G'day viewers, haven't done one for a while, but it's time for this week's Laughaholics joke. And this one's an hilarious golfing joke. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, to give this video a like if you liked it, and to share it with your friends so they have a laugh as well. And above all, don't forget to click that little bell so when you've subscribed you won't miss out on future videos. Okay, on with the joke. It all happened when a group of guys who lived and died for the Saturday morning round of golf, and one suddenly got transferred to another city. It just wasn't the same without him. A new woman joined their club, and she overheard the guys talking about their golf round. She said, "You know, I used to play on my golf team in college, and I was pretty good. Would you mind if I joined you next week?" The three guys looked at each other. Not one of them wanted to say yes, but she had them on the spot. Finally, one man said it would be okay, but they would be starting early, at 6:30 a.m. He figured the early tea time would discourage her. The woman said this might be a problem and asked if she could be up to 15 minutes late. They all rolled their eyes but said okay. She smiled and said, "Good. I'll be there at 6:30 or 6:45. She showed up at 6:30 sharp and beat all three of them with an eye-opening 2 under par round. She was fun and a pleasant person, and the guys were impressed. Back at the clubhouse, they congratulated her and invited her again the next week. She smiled and said, "I'll be there at 6:30 or 6:45. The next week, she again showed up at 6:30 sharp. Only this time she played left-handed. The three guys were incredulous as she still beat them with an even par round despite playing with her offhand. They were amazed. They couldn't figure her out. She was again charming and didn't seem to be purposely showing them up. They invited her back again, but each man harbored a burning desire to beat her. The third week, the guys had their game faces on, but this time she was 15 minutes late, which made the guys irritable. This week, the lady played right-handed and narrowly beat all three of them. The men mused that her late arrival was due to petty gamesmanship on her part. However, she was so gracious and so complimentary of their game, they couldn't hold a grudge. Back in the clubhouse, all three guys were shaking their heads. This woman has a riddle no one could figure out. They had a couple of beers, and finally, one of the men asked her point blank, "How do you decide if you're going to golf right-handed or left-handed?" The lady blushed and grinned. "That's easy," she said. "When my dad taught me to play golf, I learned I was ambidextrous. I like to switch back and forth. When I got married after college, I discovered my husband always sleeps in the nude. From then on, I developed a silly habit. Right before I left in the morning for golf practice, I would pull the covers off him. If his you-know-what was pointing to the right, I golfed right-handed. If it was pointing to the left, I golfed left-handed." The guys thought this was hysterical. Astonished at this bizarre information, one of the guys shot back, "But what if it's pointing straight up?" She said, "Then I'm 15 minutes late." Well, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Again, don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell, and pass this on to your friends so they have a great laugh as well. Peter, My Bonza Channel, signing off. Hope to catch you next time. Bye for now.